and welcome to the closing ceremony of Connections 2021. I'm Rachel Sarah.
And I'm Jason Bourne.
And we are the chairs of Netzer Olami, the global progressive and reform Zionist youth movement. And we are speaking to you from Cape Town, South Africa. Tonight, we come together to celebrate the impactful and successful online conference of the World Union, where hundreds have joined for learning, praying, and thinking together about our Jewish future. This past year, we have all faced insurmountable challenges and changes to our communities, our families, and our personal lives. And still, here we are, coming together at Connections like we've done in the past. We are excited to have you with us.
This closing ceremony is divided into 3 sections: past, present, and future. First, we will reflect on highlights from our past few days together, and then invite you to join a Havdalah ceremony led by our Netzer branches from around the world. Havdalah, from the Hebrew lahavdil, is recited weekly to separate Shabbat from weekdays. Tonight, we share Havdalah to conclude this holy gathering, during which we spend time together as a global family online. We also have amazing musical productions throughout tonight's event from Shimon Smith and the Nigonim Ensemble, Boaz Dorot and Shani Ben-Or, to bring us together in song and prayer. We invite you to sing along and enjoy.
Shir lama'alot esainai el heharim me'ain yavo ezri shir lama'alot esainai el heharim me'ain yavo ezri ezri me'im Adonai ose shamayim va'aretz al iten lamot raglecha al yanum shomrecha הנה לא ינום ולא יישן שומר ישראל אדוני שומרך אדוני צילך על יד ימינך יומם השמש לרקך וירח בלילה אדוני ישמורך מכל רע ישמור את נפשך אדוני ישמור צאתך ובואך ואתה ועד עולם ואתה
If your voice isn't heard in the Israeli public sphere, Israel isn't the country it's meant to be. It will be less kind, less generous, less Jewish.
And I am Jewish. I am a rabbi. I am here to offer my contribution to the general society. That means that we need to teach by example, by role models that you can choose.
Trying to ensure that the community that we live in has the right moral structure and framework, and that the Jewish ideals, our Reformed Jewish ideals, are part of that conversation.
Important that our voice will play a role in the most central arenas of Israeli politics.
Together We are harnessing so many Jews around the world and communities for the well-being of the Jewish communities, in combating anti-Semitism, in dealing with Jewish education, in building Jewish identity, in believing in the state of Israel and its right to exist.
Communicate, communicate. Don't say, oh Lord, I've come too late. You're always welcome at love's gate to wash your feet of fear and hate. So when you come and when you go, the words are peace, goodbye, hello. In a language that I know, it goes like this. Shalom, shalom, come on, come on. Shalom, 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 peace. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Salam, salam, we want it. Salam, salam, salam. Salam, salam, we need it. Salam, salam, salam. Ooh, 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 Shalom, shalom, and thank you. Shalom, 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 toda rabah. Shalom, 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 salam, salam, be well. Salam, 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 shalom, 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 shalom,
הנה ישועתי אפתח ולא אפחד, כי עוזי וזמרתי אדוני והיא לי לישועה. ושפתי מים בששון ממעייני ישועה, לאדוני הישועה לעמך בכתר הסלע. אדוני צבאות עמנו משגב לנו לא יעקב סלע, אדוני צבאות אשר אדם בוטח בך, אדוני יושיע מלך יעננו ויום קורא. ליהודים הייתה אורה ושמחה וששון, בעיקר כן תהיה לה. הייתה אורה ושמחה וששון, בעיקר תהיה לה. כן תהיה לה. ישועות תסעו בשם אדוני יקרא. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, Bore meore yaesh, Bore meore yaesh. Amen.
בין קודש לכל חטאותינו ימחול זרענו וכספנו ירבה כחול וככוכבים בלילה שבוע טוב 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 שבוע טוב
Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Al-Giladi. Shavuot Tov.
Shavuot Tov.
Shavuot Tov.
Shavuot Tov.
Shavuot Tov.
Shavuot Tov leNetzer.
Shavuot Tov leNetzer.
Thank you, Shimon Smith, for putting together this brilliant Havdalah from our Netzer branches around the world. This conference and the strength of our global movement, including that of our youth and young adult movement, is made possible by the support and dedication of our partners.
We will now hear from our partners around the world, the chairs of our regions and Artsenu, the political arm of the Reform movement, to share their greetings with us.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sonja Güntner. I am the chair of the European Union for Progressive Judaism, and it is a great pleasure to be speaking to all of you in this closing ceremony of the wonderful Connections 2021 event, which has just brought us together for 3.5 wonderful days and connected us across time zones and in spite of the pandemic worldwide. Connections have always been very, very meaningful events for me, and it was a real privilege to be part of a virtual event which nonetheless felt so real and brought us together in so many wonderful ways. It is my great privilege on behalf of all of us at the European Union for Progressive Judaism to wish all the congregations of the World Union around the globe the best of luck, health, strength, a wonderful development in the future. And I am sure that as the World Union, under the wonderful leadership of our President, Rabbi Sergio Bergman, and our Chair, Carol Sterling, we will be going together from strength to strength.
The time has come to say goodbye. After a magnificent conference where we learned to learn, laugh, mingle, experience, and even chat virtually all over our amazing planet in 3 different time zones. I look forward to welcoming you all one day to Coogee Beach, 5 minutes from my home in Sydney, Australia, which you can see behind me. And one day we'll meet again in Eretz Israel as well. From our Union for Progressive Judaism, which covers Australia, New Zealand and Asia, we are in the process of welcoming 3 wonderful new communities in Waikato, New Zealand, in Dai Bay in the Republic of China, and in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. Progressive Judaism is alive and well and flourishing. We look forward to many good years and wish all of you Hatzlacha, strength and courage into the future. It has been a wonderful conference and there will be many more to come.
Hello, My name is Father Iskerev. I am the chairman of the Moscow Center of Progressive Judaism, and I am the member of the executive board of World Union of Progressive Judaism. And I would like to say my congratulations to organizers and all participants of this event, of our conference, because you see, in our time with all our difficulties today, it was a great decision, you see, to make this conference for us to feel again that we are a family, we are together. And I'm really happy to be a participant of this very event. Thank you.
My name is Dmitry Karpenko. I am Kazan of Moscow Center for Progressive Judaism.
תודה על כל מה שבראת, תודה על מה שלי נתת, על אור עיניים, חבר או שניים, על מה שיש לי בעולם, על שיר קולח בלב סולח, שבזכותם אני קיים.
שירו לאדוני, שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני, כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני, ברכו שמו, בסכו מיום ליום ישועתו. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסכו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שיר לאדוני, שיר לאדוני, שיר לאדוני. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסו מיום ליום ישועתו.
Hello, friends. My name is Jennifer Bradke Kaufman. I am the chair of the North American Board of the Union for Reform Judaism, and I am speaking to you from Sacramento, California. We want to wish the World Union communities continued connections that grow and flourish long after this Connections event has concluded. We are all committed to reform and progressive Judaism, to standing up and having our voices heard to advance the values we share in each of our countries across the globe. And we are all committed to advancing those values in Israel by supporting our Reformed congregations there and working to ensure that Israel reflects the values of democracy and egalitarianism that we all hold dear. The pandemic has enabled us to connect in ways that we couldn't even imagine. Technology has made it possible for more of us to be together more often. As we look forward to seeing each other in person, let us remember that connections do not depend on us boarding a plane and traveling to be together, wonderful though that is. We have learned that we can be together virtually, learn from each other, share our experiences, see each other far more often, in far greater numbers, and with far more impact. We hope we will continue to have those opportunities, even as we plan to gather together in the not-so-distant future. Let our World Union communities continue to strengthen our connections, whether we are together in person or miles apart, so that we can realize our shared goal of creating a world of compassion, justice, and peace.
Hi, I'm Daniel Wise. I'm from Porto Alegre, Brazil. I serve as the chair of the Union of Reform Judaism Latin America. Our vision to the future is to build a strong and vibrant Reform Judaism. And I'm happy to say that we share this commitment with at least 3 partners in our region. The Institute, that is the Regional Rabbinical School located in Buenos Aires, and then the 2 councils, rabbinical councils of Argentina and Brazil. Together with our extended World Union family, we want to keep providing our communities with content and with hope. Hope in the future of Reform Judaism in the world and in Israel. Thank you.
אבינו שבשמיים, אבינו שבשמיים, צור ישראל, צור ישראל, לגואלו.
Wherever I go, wherever I roam, I always know I have a home.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hi, friends. It's wonderful to be here with you at Connections 2021. It's such an exciting time for us here in Israel. We've had so many wonderful developments in the last several months. Firstly, our Supreme Court recognized the legality of our conversions done by Israeli rabbis, Reform rabbis here in Israel. And from now on in, they have to be registered. People converted by our rabbis are registered as Jews. Secondly, we have the new Israeli Sidur. If you haven't gotten it yet, get it. I know that there are many people asking for it all over the world. We're working on a translation. It's a fabulous piece of work, a lot of work put in for the last 5 years by rabbis, led by Professor Dalia Marks and Rabbi Dr. Alona Lisitsa. Get it if you don't have it. And thirdly, we can't overlook the fact that as of the beginning of April, there is a Reform rabbi whose name happens to be Gilad Kariv as a member of Knesset in Israel. That is a big, big deal for all of us, not only in Israel, for the entire Jewish liberal world. It's going to make a difference in that connection between Israel and the liberal Reform world. That also creates, to some degree, a little bit of a challenge. You know, we have to find a replacement for Gilad, and we're working on that. There's a process in place, and we're hoping that within the next half a year, someone will be in place to replace him. And lastly, we continue to work on our strategic plans for 2025. We want to strengthen our existing 50 plus communities while continuing to develop at a slower pace new communities. And we also want to ensure that we continue to influence more and more and engage more and more Israelis into Reform Jewish life here in Israel. Those are two of our goals. There are many more, but come visit us, hopefully soon, and you see how we reach those other goals as well. Toda rabba chaverim v'lehitraot.
My name is Jason Bourne, and I'm from Cape Town, South Africa. And facing our Jewish future means that we value and empower every human being for the unique intrinsic value that each one possesses, that we continue to shape the world around us to be a just society, and that within our complex global Jewish community, we still find ways to come together as one.
Hi, my name is Rachel Sarah. I'm from Cape Town, South Africa, and facing our Jewish future means to me to learn about our rich history so that we can be active community members in our present, so that our future can be one where everyone is equal, bright, vibrant, sustainable, people are environmentally conscious, and where everyone is inspired and empowered to live out their personal Jewish path.
Hi everyone, my name is Greg Flash and I'm the chairperson of the South African Union for Progressive Judaism. Facing our Jewish future, we look to continue the work towards Tikkun Olam. As Jason and Rachel said, there is much work to be done, focusing on our societies and the earth. As progressive Jews, let us focus on these critical issues so that we leave the world a better place than we found it in.
Hi, I'm Rabbi Leah Mulstein, and I'm the International Chair of Artzenu, the political voice of Reform, Progressive and Liberal Religious Zionists. I was born and raised in Germany and now live in London, UK.
Shalom, I'm Dekel Chumash, and I'm the Executive Director of Artzenu. I live in Tel Aviv, Israel.
Together with our incredible team in Israel and around the world, we advocate for Israel as it should be and must become. Artzenu embraces a twofold mission, partnering with our local constituents to promote Zionist interest in activities and congregations, and ensuring that progressive Jewish values and interests are represented in the governing body of the national institutions of the State of Israel, the World Zionist Organization, Keren Kayemet Israel, and the Jewish Agency for Israel.
Facing the Jewish future, we hope that by promoting a deep commitment to Israel in the World Union communities around the world, we will witness the fulfillment of our vision for the State of Israel, a state fully accepting of our way of being Jewish and excelling in progressive Jewish values.
Bimhara v'yameinu, speedily in our day. Amen.
Amen.
קודשו, הללו, הללו, ברכיה עוזו, הללו, הללו, בגבורותיו, הללו, הללו, כרוב גודלו. הללויה, הללויה, כל הנשמה תהללה. הללויה, הללויה, כל הנשמה תהללה. הללו, הללו, בתק השופר, הללו, הללו, בדבר וכינור, הללו, הללו, בטוב ומחול, הללו, הללו, במינים לעוגה. הללויה, הללויה, כל הנשמה תהללה. הללויה, הללויה, כל הנשמה תהללה.
Thank you very much to the talented Nigunim Ensemble, Boaz Dorot and Shani Benor, for those moving songs and wonderful productions. And thank you to all the speakers.
Our third and final section of this closing ceremony looks toward the future. For us, having grown up and actively led Zionist youth movements, our paths have been strengthened by meeting like-minded people and deepened by Reform Jewish engagement at every turn. We both had the privilege of attending a Shnat program where we experienced a real Israel, learned Hebrew, and made friends with like-minded people from around the world. We developed a love for Israel, discovered a lot about ourselves, and honed leadership skills that we utilized over the past few years in our involvement in Netzer, South Africa.
We, as leaders in Netzer, are part of a larger mission of the World Union to create a globally minded next generation of young leaders who are committed to working to ensure the future of progressive Judaism and its values around the world. The theme of this year's Connections was Facing Our Jewish Future Together. We asked Carol Sterling, Chair of the World Union, Rabbi Sergio Bergman, President of the World Union, and many other leaders from around the world what facing our Jewish future together means to them. Here is what they shared.
Dear friends, how wonderful has it been for us to sit together in study, in song and prayer and discussion. What an amazing family reunion. The only thing that could have made it better was if we had been able to gather together in person. On our behalf, I want to express our thanks and appreciation to our incredible co-chairs, Nitzan Barak, Rabbi Jordan Helfman, Hannah Verhulst, and to Julia Allman, all the committee chairs, volunteers, lay and professional leadership and staff, service leaders and participants, presenters, moderators, and the staff from Arrow Events for their commitment and dedication in bringing this conference to fruition. It's hard to believe that all the planning, meeting, and greeting is now behind us, and we look forward to facing our Jewish future together. Whatever the future looks like, we hope that you have learned and shared new visions and ideas this week, that you have made new friends and reacquainted yourself with long-standing ones, and feel inspired and invigorated by what you have seen and heard. The future for progressive Judaism and for progressive Jews around the globe is filled with hope and possibility. We look forward to sharing that journey with you in partnership, in collaboration, and in love. May we be blessed as we go on our way, and may we all be blessed with good health and long life. Thank you again for joining us. Shalom and lahitraot.
The Jewish tradition teaches us that in every end we have a new beginning. We learn that from the Torah readings. Every year, when we finish to read the Torah, immediately we start again. This is our Simchat Torah. For me, this moment is in our closing ceremony, Simchat connection. Because we are Torah, we read, we learn, we teach, we share, we reshape in our new context the Torah that every one of our communities around the world are breathing day by day, building community, reaching out our societies, and sharing our common values. Thank you for the hard work of all the people that prepare month Connection 21. I am proud not only about the product, first of all about the process. We open Connection like a big round table. We offer to each of our stakeholders, the different regions, to bring in connection. The scholars, the rabbis, the leaders, the young people, new ideas, best practices, some questions, some concerns, challenges, and also our success. Connection, it's close, the end of this part of our work was our first international conference in the virtual platform. But not the least, the new beginning is that we have a huge opportunity to be connected around the world, to be connected in different zone times, places, but with the same feeling that we are one. We are one people, we are one family, we are the World Union for Progressive Judaism. Let me tell you that from the bottom of my heart, this connection was my installation like president of the World Union for Progressive Judaism. This is a privilege, but also a huge responsibility. Connections means for us to be close with you and to be connected. In every place that the Jewish liberal progressive reform community is living, the World Union will be with you. I wish you all the best to our next connection. I wish you that we keep going with the hope and with the strength that we never give up. Am Israel Chai. This is the people of Israel. Shalom. Uleitraot.
I'm Rabbi Jordan Helfman. I'm from Holy Blossom Temple in Toronto, and I'm one of the co-chairs of Connections.
Shalom, ik ben Hanna uit Rotterdam, Nederland. Een van de co-chairs van Connections.
שלום, אני ניצן ברק, מקהילת יוזמה במודיעין, IMPJ, Co-Chair Connection.
I'm so glad that we get to spend this time together, creating such beautiful memories despite the distance. We hope that you made many new friends from all over the world, learned many new things, and hope we can always stay connected. We want to thank you for joining us and wish that everyone is safe and healthy until we come together next year to a Jerusalem rebuilt. May the Eternal shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of God's wings.
Ik ben heel blij dat we deze tijd samen hebben kunnen doorbrengen. En ondanks de afstand zulke mooie herinneringen hebben gecreëerd. We hopen dat je veel nieuwe vrienden van over de hele wereld hebt gemaakt. Nieuwe dingen hebt geleerd. En weet dat we altijd verbonden kunnen blijven. We willen je bedanken dat je erbij was. En wensen dat iedereen gezond en veilig is tot we weer samenkomen. Volgend jaar in Jeruzalem. Spreid de beschutting van uw reden over ons uit.
אני מאוד שמחה שחלקנו זמן ביחד בכנס הזה, ושיצרנו זיכרונות חדשים ויפים למרות המרחק. אנו מקווים שפגשתם חברים מרחבי העולם, למדתם דברים חדשים ושתמיד נשאר מחוברים. אנו מודים לכולכם שהצטרפתם אלינו ומאחלים שכולנו נהיה בריאים ומוגנים עד הפעם הבאה בה ניפגש בשנה הבאה בירושלים הבנויה, ונסיים בברכה ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך. אמן.
אמן.
This concludes our closing ceremony for Connections 2021. Before we turn off our computers, we want to share a prayer for safety and togetherness when we are once again able to travel and see each other in person.
We want to thank everyone who participated, shared their time and great ideas. We hope you enjoyed the conference and look forward to seeing you in person at the next Connections, and hopefully even sooner. We are
Rachel Sarah
and Jason Bourne
from Cape Town, South Africa. Shalom ulehitraot.
Hi, my name is Hila Ratzabi, and I'm the executive editor of ritualwell.org. Ritualwell is an initiative of reconstructing Judaism, and it's a website where you can find original prayers, poems, ceremonies, rituals for all moments in Jewish life. And I want to share with you today a prayer that I wrote inspired by the traditional Tfilat HaDerech, the traveler's prayer, which is said when someone goes out on a journey. And as we are closing our conference together, I want to wish us a peaceful journey to anywhere that we might be going next. Traveler's Prayer for Wandering Jews. God of wanderers, who walked beside Abraham to a land unknown, who stood beside Ruth in the barley field, who followed the footsteps of generations through deserts, across seas, whose name we call in all our mother tongues, in Ladino, Hebrew, Yiddish, Aramaic, Spanish, Arabic, German, Amharic, Italian, Russian, English, tongues twisted with praise and longing, prayers folded and tucked into pockets, rucksacks, luggage, in smooth hands, wrinkled hands, brown, olive, yellow, peach, hands rough from centuries of journeys, burdens and babies, and all the stuff of our lives that can fit in a bag on our backs, God who walks beside us wherever we settle on earth, in Europe, Russia, Iraq, Turkey, North and South America, Asia, Australasia, Israel, all our holy lands. God who comes home wherever we welcome you in, to the Mishkan of our hearts. God of many names we call you, Adonai, Elohim, Shekhinah, Ruach HaOlam, El Dio, Tata, Ein Sof, Hamakom. Protect us as we journey to places unknown, sand between our toes, mouths parched by desert sun. Bring us water when we thirst, bread when we hunger, compassion to share what we have with others. Soothe our hearts when we suffer, when we fear. Let us meet strangers with kindness rather than suspicion. Let us see your face in the many faces of the other. Help us make this world a home to all creatures, a temple in which to unify your holy name, which is our name too. Bless us, God, in the great light of your everlasting peace.
Thank you, Hilah, for that beautiful prayer. And thank you all for being with us at the closing ceremony of Connections 2021, for participating and contributing toward this great conference, and for what you do every single day all over the world. I hope to see you in person in the near future. And we're going to wrap up with a song of appreciation. I hope you all join me. כשאני רואה בחלוני את שמוריק לך וגם לי, אני שר לעצמי איזה אחלה עולם. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll know much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. וכל צבעי הקשת יפים וחדשים, פרוסים אחרי הגשם על פני האנשים, והיום כה יפה וקל לי כל כך לומר שאני אוהב אותה. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, see the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky. They're also on the faces of the people going by. Oh, I see friends shaking hands. They're saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I see trees of green, clouds of white, bright blessed day, the dark say goodnight. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. ואחלום לעצמי איזה אחלה עולם.